On the previous video, What is Regionalization?, we learned that regionalization in fact is already part of the polity, how we conduct the business of the United Methodist Church. Sections 1 through 5 cannot be changed. The core of who we are as United Methodists: we believe in the triune God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Believe in the virgin birth and the full divinity of Christ. Believe Jesus rose from the dead and ascended into heaven. Believe in the continued movement of the Holy Spirit. Believe the Bible contains all things necessary for salvation, cannot be changed or adapted. In this video, we will learn about how regionalization allows each part of the globe to be truly effective in our mission field.
At its heart, regionalization in the United Methodist Church means connectionalism, customized to enhance local effectiveness. While the underlying theological, missiological, and basic polity commitments of the United Methodist Church can be and are deployed across the worldwide connection, it is unrealistic to try to deploy them in the exact same ways in Kampala, Uganda, as in Frankfurt, Germany, or Manila in the Philippines, and expect them to be equally effective or applicable in each place. That is why regionalization has been implemented as part of the very fabric of the United Methodist Church since its founding in 1968. The customization made possible by the regionalization that already exists has enabled a variety of variances across the worldwide church. The Germany Central Conference, Cameroon and the West Africa Central Conference, and the Laos Mission Initiative, among others, have deployed their own hymnals. In addition, the Germany Central Conference, Tanzania in the Congo Central Conference, Zimbabwe and Mozambique in the Africa Central Conference, and the Ivory Coast in the West Africa Central Conference have all deployed their own books of worship or core worship resources. And all United Methodists outside the United States have always relied on seminaries not certified by the University Senate in the United States for the training of their clergy.
Overall, however, central conferences have tended to limit the rejections or adaptations they have made. The reality is they could customize the discipline to their context far more than they have. Central conferences could develop and approve alternative structures for the annual conferences within them in ways that better suit the gifts and capacities of each conference, while also being sure to maintain clear connections to the other central conferences and the church-wide agencies and organizations of the denomination. Taking such additional steps to customize both local church governance and the organization of the annual conference with its local and connectional work could go a long way to improve the two most significant ministry structures in the United Methodist Church, the annual conference and the local church. Requiring final approval by the central conferences or with central conference permission, the annual conference also ensures that proposed customizations maintain what is needed to keep the church or the conference fully connected within the United Methodist Church.
Now consider the following. When it comes to customization, for example, central conferences have not substantially altered the basic governance structures of the local churches. 5 mandatory administrative bodies, church council, nominations, and leadership development, pastor-parish relations, trustees, and finance, each with its own set range of members, may be a helpful structure for mid-sized or large churches in the United States. But these ways of organizing church administration in such numbers may not make the same sense outside the United States, generally not for smaller congregations anywhere, including the United States. Nothing in the discipline at this point would, in principle, prevent central conferences from authorizing their annual conferences to develop their own policies for local church administration, consistent with the cultural assumptions, laws, and capacities of the congregations within their conference bounds. What ways to organize the local church would be beneficial in the rural United States? With the changing context in the global north and with the demand to adapt to new alternative ways of being a church in the United States, for instance, fresh expressions, what kind of structures will help these new expressions of United Methodism? What new structures or paths could we envision for lay and ordained ministry?